Well, UWA Elite Management has seen fit to offer a consolation prize of sorts, a chance to win their way right back into a title shot, a chance to earn a match for the UWA Elite iChampionship, just recently won by King Tech. Now, with plenty of talent to go around, this will be a 4-way matchup, but not with elimination rules. That's right, it's one fall to a finish, and the winner gets that chance at gold. Well, who are the 4 men that fate frowned upon a bit last month? And what are they trying to redeem themselves from? Well, they are Matt Vertigo. A drip drop on UWA Elite champion Joey Adams was not quite enough to put the anti-hero away, and Vertigo looked just as shocked as the rest of us. But anyone who has ever overlooked the New York drip has regretted it quickly. There's Eddie Thomas. The most explosive member of Pretty Freakin' Ugly saw their tag team titles snatched away soon after successfully defending them, when the Do or Die posse cashed in the golden ticket on an exhausted PFU. Can the injury-defying Thomas skywalk his way from one title to another in a span of just 2 months? Troy Locke. Well, a big reason the Do or Die posse was able to take those tag titles away from PFU is they had just been through an absolute war with Locke and the X-Express. And with V. Daniel already matching up with Tech, can Locke take advantage of his own singles opportunity to possibly bring gold back to the X-Express? And finally, Corey Dillinger. The Diligent One was eliminated in the Cell Block 6 by BT Bull, but give a big assist to Corvis and those brass knuckles in that decision. With Dillinger fresh off another every man for himself match, does he have a leg up regarding strategy, or are those 3 straight losses getting into the big man's head? It will be Dillinger, along with Locke, Thomas, and Vertigo in a 4-way, one fall to a finish matchup, with a shot at the iChampionship up for grabs.
Introducing first, fighting out of Newark, New Jersey, he is the Diligent One, Corey Dillinger.
UWA Elite fans, welcome to Mega Fyte 5. I'm the man of 1,000 spreadsheets, MC Hale, and sitting next to me as always is...
It's me, the king of commentary, your boy JC. Such a beautiful day for some outdoor wrestling, isn't it, MC Hill?
Absolutely. I can't wait for this one. We've got the iChampionship #1 Contenders match coming up. This is a fatal 4-way, which means one fall to a finish. This is not elimination rules, folks. First man to get the pinfall is your new #1.
And you want to talk about some heavy hitters. I mean, former UWA Elite Champion Matt Vertigo, former UWA Elite Champion Corey Dillinger, the prized veteran in Explosive Eddie Thomas, and the new Youngblood, somewhat more of Youngblood, on our end of the roster, Troy Locke.
Indeed, yeah. All 4 of these men with a good, solid showing at Dangerous Uprisings. However, none of them able to get on the winning side of things. So this is, I guess, a consolation prize of sorts. But, I mean, any shot at UWA Elite Gold can't really be thought of as much of a consolation prize. This is something that would be valued.
Absolutely not. Everybody was trying to get a roll-up. Oh my goodness!
The short fuse, Explosive Eddie Thomas breaking out that new move early on in this match. And then he goes for a calf kick.
Tossed right off the shoulders of Dillinger. My God. And that'll set him to the outside of Locke. Not wanting to be the last man in with Dillinger.
I don't think anyone wants to be the last man in with Corey Dillinger.
Not me either, believe me. A dropkick, though, setting Dillinger into the ropes.
And not over yet. Corey Dillinger still solid base planted in the ring.
You got to get your strength training if you want to get an Irish whip on Corey Dillinger. Oh, caught in the fireman's carry. Locke trying to go for that roll-up pin, but Dillinger not budging.
Locke escaping out the back door. Not a bad strategy, but yeah, that's a lot of wrestler to try and get down on that sunset flip.
To say the least, and Locke gets tossed into the corner as Vertigo and Explosive Eddie Thomas going to work on each other outside.
Can't win the match from outside the ring, however, so right now, Corey and Troy, one-on-one right now, knee to the back of the head by Troy Locke.
You first. Now Vertigo entering the ring once more, ducking the clothesline. Is Locke trying to go for that monkey flip, but no, gets flipped and tossed onto Eddie Thomas. Instead, he takes the move.
Oh, and then just eats a boot from Vertigo. A good attempt with that monkey flip from Troy Locke. Cutter from Vertigo.
And that'll knock out Explosive Eddie Thomas for the moment.
New York Drip getting some offense in, but not going for the pinfall.
Pretty shocking to say the least. Savvy in-ring veteran, you think he'd go for the pinfall right there.
Especially with Locke and Dillinger on the outside right now. I spoke a little too soon. Here comes Dillinger back in as Vertigo looks like he's going for the suplex and then throws on the brakes. He's saying, come on.
Formed somewhat of a partnership last season. Seems like that's going to continue for the moment. Not sure how long it will last in this fatal 4-way. But just look at how long they're holding him up for.
Oh, look, Eddie Thomas throwing the knee, throwing that reconstructed knee, hitting Vertigo with the brace right in the top of the head from that vertical suplex position.
Oh, and the neck breaker from Locke.
Well, saved Eddie Thomas, but only for a moment.
Into the ropes he goes. What's Locke thinking here? Ooh, met with a big boot to the face. Onto the shoulders he goes.
Backfire from Explosive Eddie Thomas. That's another new move he's breaking out today. And the explosive one, getting in that offense.
How many years in the business and he's breaking out new moves?
206. Approximately. I'm rounding. Oh, vicious European.
Kick to the gut there. Might have been a little low if you ask me, but Explosive Eddie Thomas got the knee in, and oh my gosh! A blockbuster just from jumping off the canvas. You don't see many people do that. You know,
a running blockbuster from Eddie Thomas. That's another one that we haven't seen him break out yet. This is a new and improved Explosive Eddie Thomas as he eats a couple of clotheslines from Dillinger.
He doesn't age. MC Hill. Oh!
Troy Locke once again trying to make the save for Eddie Thomas, but maybe not the best advice.
Elbow drop right to the center of the chest. Oh no, Explosive Eddie Thomas rolling away.
Well, as you said, JC, the veteran presence of Eddie Thomas getting out under those ropes. If you can't get a legal pinfall, you can't end the match.
Now Dillinger looks like he's aiming after, no, not Vertigo, going for Locke instead, but Locke getting the boot up right in time. And the drip drop spine buster.
Matt Vertigo cutting off the offense of Troy Locke. He was going after Dillinger, but now Dillinger with the roughneck.
Explosive Eddie Thomas in the side headlock. How will he capitalize? Wait, Dillinger taking him for the ride. Oh, face first into the top turnbuckle.
It looked like Thomas was going for a tornado bulldog there, but Dillinger had him scouted. Now Troy Locke on the shoulders of the diligent one. This time he gets him over.
And the pinfall, 1, 2. Eddie Thomas going for the pinfall himself, 2.
Crucifix. The crucifix pinfall by explosive Eddie Thomas. He's your new #1 contender.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new #1 contender for the UWA Elite iChampionship, explosive Eddie Thomas!
Explosive Eddie Thomas. He's got a date with the iChampion coming up next month at Aggression. Folks, if you want to be there live in person to see Eddie Thomas make his challenge, be there Saturday, June 14th at the South River VFW as Tiger Schulman presents Aggression. Tickets are on sale right now at UWAElite.com. We'll be back with more UWA action in just a few minutes. Stay up to date with everything going down in UWA Elite on the official UWA Elite social media channels. Check out UWA Elite on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for late-breaking news, tickets, event previews, match announcements, exclusive interviews, match highlights, and much, much more. Get closer to the action than ever before when you follow UWA Elite on social media.
First, the challenger fighting out of the woods. He represents the do or die posse, KTB.
Oh, whoa, big starting off a little early here.
KTB.
I haven't even told the bill yet. No, I'm not getting the word from the official.
Well, first of all, all right. Yeah, Rep Jumbo's telling you to ring the bell. I mean, KTB kind of forcing him to do that.
I'm not going to argue. I mean, if I was in Jumbo's position, I'd be doing the same thing.
Well, we got to say, as the action starts outside of the ring here, cards subject to change, UWA Elite fans. This was originally supposed to be Jungle Jim Wilder against Chris Powers. However, Mike Seaway with a little bit of difficulty getting
getting to the venue today. A little bit of car trouble, feeling under the weather. I'm not 100% sure what excuse he's being made.
He told me he was too massive.
He couldn't get into his car? That could be. But yeah, so instead we're going to see the stuntman Chris Powers in our main event against former Old Guard teammate, UWA Elite Champion, the anti-hero Joey Adams. So that means we had a gap in the lineup. We had an opportunity for someone for Jungle Jim Wilder to face for the Ironman Championship. And given the history with the Do or Die posse, KTB very quick to step up to the plate, and the man calling himself the faction killer, Jungle Jim Wilder, no argument there. Very happy to take on the beast himself.
You know, I've called Jungle Jim Wilder a miracle worker. You might have heard me call Troy Locke that earlier, but yeah, the same can be said for Jungle Jim Wilder. I mean, he was the complete underdog when he was just gaining the Ironman Championship. You gotta remember that, right? And I was the one that said he might have a chance, and he shocked not only me, but the entire UWA Elite Army when he gained gold here at UWA Elite.
And not just winning that championship, but now 4 successful title defenses in a row for Jim Wilder. Wilder with the cover 2, and that's all.
I'd have to argue that if he can complete this one would top it all.
I mean, KTB is, yeah, I mean, he's been called a gatekeeper in many organizations before. If you can take on KTB, then you are A-OK in the lineup. And I think that's no less true of UWA Elite. Anyone who can stand up and go face-to-face, nose-to-nose with KTB is 100% a big contender.
Speaking of face and nose, KTB just got a nice grass move and raked it up the scalp of Jungle Jim Wilder.
Well, I guess you don't need raking the eyes when you have power like that behind the lariat.
Really all KTB from the get-go. I mean, blindside attack definitely gave him the advantage, but
yeah, it's a little bit tough to work your way out of that when you start off the match basically flat on your back on the canvas.
I'm sure Cypress is the one.
KTB looks setting up for Wilder. Oh, just a drop kick. Planting a size 14 boot to the side of the head of Jungle Jim Wilder.
All these chairs here, you think Cypress would be having a field day right now.
Yes, our commentary partner's favorite weapon.
Come on, kid! Jungle Jim!
KTB mocking Jungle Jim Wilder, saying, come on. Trying to get every little bit of that punch into the gut. Had no effect though on KTB.
Yeah, Wilder's got to get some offense going here soon, otherwise, rolling thunder from KTB. Anything that Jim Wilder had going on is quickly come to a halt. But yeah, he's got to get something going on. I mean, KTB can dominate a match, but
dropping the headbutt right to the abdomen.
You've got to have an answer
right out of yourself.
Jungle Jim's got to have an answer here soon.
You know, Jungle Jim Wilder, explorer of animals and all type of nature stuff. I wonder if he's ever been to the woods, or KTB's neck of the woods, let's say.
I don't know. I mean, I would think he'd stay out of it. But
I hope he would, but you know, he's an explorer.
Jungle Jim going for the ride. No, escaping out the back door. Got the waist lock on KTB. Tries for that spin kick. KTB once again planting a boot to the side of the head. Doesn't have to be fancy to be effective.
Absolutely not. Jungle Jim Wilder is down and out.
KTB with the pin, 2, and just barely kicking out.
That was a 2 3/4. And now KTB locking in the submission hold.
Just a rear chin lock, nothing fancy again. I mean, just going right back to the well, trying to wear down his opponent. A couple of high impact moves, a couple of wear down holds. Taking the wind out of the sails of the UWA Elite Ironman champ.
Well, here comes Jungle Jim Wilder, getting in those back elbows, and now the punches to the side of the abdomen. And, that's one way to get rid of it. Crane kick, and it hits.
Wilder off the ropes, crossbody taking down KTB. KTB popping right back up though.
I think KTB didn't expect this shot of momentum from Jungle Jim Wilder. He thought he had him right in the crosshairs.
I mean, KTB's been controlling this match right from before the opening bell. Head of steam by Wilder, but gets put right up onto the top turnbuckle.
Met with a big right hand. KTB back on the attack. No, Jungle Jim Wilder gets that big boot in just in time. And the cutter! Springboard off the second rope.
Wilder's got to take advantage, cooking the leg. 1, 2, and no! Once again, just barely a kick out, but this time it's KTB on the side. Jim Wilder commenting on...
Well, I'm sure. The locker room did smell a little funky earlier. I'm not sure if that was KTB, but he's making a good point right
The cleanliness.
Wait. KTB holding on to Ref Jumbo. What's going on here?
Well, that's how he was able to escape that fireman's carry.
Oh, whoa. Jungle Jim nearly knocked out Ref Jumbo there, but KTB going to take advantage of the near accident. Oh, my God.
Still a kick out from Jim Wilder, though. How does he have anything left in the tank?
I'm sure it'll pick up on the audio. I just gasped.
Oh, gut wrench power bomb. 1, 2, and that'll be it. No!
Oh, my God.
Jim Wilder kicking out of the power bomb from KTB.
MC Hill, in our many years of being in UWA Elite, how many people can say that they kicked out of a KTB level power bomb?
I mean, they're few enough that we were already calling it 3. Let's put it that way.
Oh, wait, now he's got hands on the Ironman Championship. Well, this isn't a no disqualifications. Whoa. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, no.
That's it. Ref Jumbo calling for the bell. KTB's going to be disqualified.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner as a result of a disqualification, and still your Iron Man champion, Jungle Jim Wilder!
And a cataclysm from Jungle Jim, your Iron Man champion, to put an exclamation mark on this championship matchup. There he is, still your UWA Elite Iron Man champ, taking down KTB. It doesn't matter that it's a disqualification. KTB taking himself out of the match, but Jungle Jim gets the exclamation mark. Gets a few rounds of applause from the fans on his way out. And there he goes, Jungle Jim with your Iron Man championship.
Let's turn back the clock just a bit and take a look at the main event from Dangerous Uprisings, the fan favorite Cell Block 6 match. Now, after a flurry of brass-knuckled fueled chaos, the mat mechanic Eric Corvis emerged victorious from the Cell Block 6. Soon after, Nick Kay and Ty Thomas walked into the room where Corvis and BT Bull were discussing the prize earned from that victory, the #1 contendership to the UWA Elite Championship. Now, the always planning Kay said a victory for Corvis was a victory for all of them, since even though the contingent may in practical terms be dissolved, he still controls the contracts of the contingent members, which means he chooses who of the 3 gets the shot, a clause that previously worked in Corvis's favor. Well, to the incredible surprise of absolutely nobody, he chose Ty Thomas. Now, Corvis, of course, took exception to that, said that a title shot should be earned, not given. He considered a challenge for that opportunity, but came up with something even better. Corvis and Bull versus Ty and Kay at Aggression in June for the legal ownership of the contingent. Now, Kay somewhat surprisingly accepted the terms, saying, "I may not wrestle anymore, but I can still fight." We'll talk a bit more in the few weeks upcoming about the possibilities surrounding this matchup. But back to the matter at hand, Corvis approached Ty soon after with no tag partners around, and said Ty was fighting harder than he'd seen when he was part of the contingent, and asked for a one-on-one test match, no Bull and no Nick, at MegaFyte 5. Ty accepted, shook the mat mechanic's hand, leaving an opening for Corvis to pounce, calling Ty naive, and the same old Ty Thomas as he left his former tag team partner gasping for breath in the doorway of the VFW hall. Now, with so much on the line for both men at Aggression, how will they approach this grudge match at MegaFyte? Go all in, leave it all in the ring and risk possible injury? Or hold something back, but maybe allowing your opponent the chance to overwhelm and keep you from even making it to Aggression? We will find out if either, both, or neither of these strategies will be in play this Sunday, when truly terrific Ty Thomas goes one-on-one against #1 contender to the UWA Elite Championship, the mat mechanic, Eric Corvis.
Introducing first, fighting out of Victory Gardens, New Jersey, representing the contingent, the mat mechanic, Eric Corvis.
pay attention to the mat mechanic, Eric Corvis, who has come here today to grace you with my presence, to represent the great faction that is the Contingent. So what I need from all of you is when I'm in that ring today, you are meant to show me the utmost respect at every moment. Is that understood, children? All of you get demerits. That was a terrible job. You have one more opportunity to cheer for me correctly. Cheer now! Are you tense? None of you are following instructions correctly. When I'm in that ring, you better show me the respect I deserve, or else. Take this back.
Alright, things are just going underway right now as Eric Corvis tried getting the upper hand early. Ty Thomas though going to work on Corvis in the corner, and joining us here at commentary, Ty Thomas's manager, Nicholas K.
Hey guys, don't mind me, just figured I would pop in, say hi. You know, Ty is here, we're enjoying a beautiful day here, and I just had some poutine, and now I'm going to watch Ty kick Eric Corvis directly in the butt.
I think that sounds like a solid plan. I'm here for
terrific
that.
Sunday afternoon.
Would you call it a truly terrific Sunday afternoon?
I like that.
Corvis off of the ropes, looking to go crossbody to the outside on Ty Thomas. Vintage Eric Corvis right there.
He gave the crowd a whole speech before, going right back out there and giving them more.
And surprisingly enough, the crowd not really getting on board with the demands to show respect to the mat mechanic.
What a shot!
Right? Never would have predicted that.
Now they're making their way almost into the crowd here, but Ty Thomas getting back in the action. Ooh! Just took a huge chop to the chest.
Well, I have to ask, since we have Nicholas K here on commentary, do you have any plans to share with us for next month? We have a big tag team contest coming up. Ty Thomas and Nicholas K against Eric Corvis and BT Bull for control of the Contingent.
I mean, listen, I've made it very clear that my wrestling days are behind me, but unfortunately, the time has come to fight alongside of Ty to get the ball rolling, to separate him from the Contingent if that could be the case. So we're going to take the Contingent back, end it, whatever we need to do.
Well, based on how this match is going so far, I don't know that a whole lot of wrestling is going to be needed. This is just a street fight. It's a grudge match. Let's call it exactly what it is.
Listen, like, so far here, absolutely, and next time we all meet in the ring together, that absolutely will not be a wrestling match. It will be a fight. I made that very clear.
Make sure you are with us. Get your tickets Saturday, June 14th in South River. We are going to have aggression, and I think that is going to be 100% the description of the action you're going to be seeing in the ring. Meanwhile, on the outside,
Corvis going for the right, a scoop slam on the lawn, and the heat soaked up all that rain, so that's some solid ground he just got slammed on.
I mean, talk about solid. Clearly, Ty has been going to the gym to be able to lift all that up.
Absolutely. Action making its way back into the ring. Corvis tossed inside.
Corvis just kicking the middle ropes.
And a DDT to follow.
Ty Thomas being dropped directly on top of his head after some offense into a part of the body that was meant to be treated nicely.
Now Corvis choking the life out of Thomas.
The ref Jumbo's already given out 1 disqualification here today. We'll see if we'll make it 2. Once again, Corvis going right back to it. Ref Jumbo 1, 2, 3 up to his 5 count.
Listen, as frustrating as this is to watch right now, from my perspective, I get it. This is why Eric was in the contingent to begin with. So sometimes you have to do what you have to do to win the match. I don't entirely blame him, but I do want to guarantee that karma will come back.
I mean, there are not many people in this business who know the rule book better than both Eric Corvis and Nicholas K. So I'm just saying, looking forward to this matchup. I'm looking forward to this tag team match next month.
So much.
Corvis playing to the crowd a little bit too much there, giving Ty an extra few moments to collect himself.
I would assume that you've been joining Ty Thomas in the gym in preparation for the match.
There's been a few, enjoying the countdown. But yes, there's been a few joint workout sessions. Like Ty has sparked me, kind of rejuvenated me to kind of get back into it. And yeah, the fire's been relit. The old Nicholas K has kind of been woken up a little bit.
I'm looking forward to seeing a hard roll. Corvis making a wish on Ty Thomas, just throwing his ankles north and south. A good way to tear a groin muscle. Corvis once again demanding respect from the crowd, not really ready to show it yet. Ty's eyes just getting raked on the top rope. The mat mechanic continuing to go to work.
The sun's been beating down on those ropes, so not only is it going to hurt the eyes, it's going to burn them as well.
Again, these are within the rules, slightly bending the rules, techniques you could exploit to your advantage.
Corvis taking time to acknowledge the live band that just performed earlier.
Once again, not paying enough attention to his opponent. Ty Thomas taking full advantage here, getting another head of steam, going all the way across the ring with another clothesline. Is this number 3 or 4? Oh, met halfway across by the mat mechanic.
Continuing to talk trash to Ref Jumbo and focus on the crowd. I would go for the pinfall here if I were him.
Well, not a whole lot on the line in this match. Like, this is not a number 1 contenders match. This is not a championship match. This is for bragging rights. This is for being able to have the momentum going into next month for control of the contingent. Zero Machine getting set up by the mat mechanic. Ty trying to fight his way out of it. Sending Corvis into the ropes. Corvis ducks under and then just a knee to the gut.
Maybe this is symbolic of the hatred that these two have towards each other. Not wanting to end it so early, rather dish out as much punishment as they can and enjoy what they can in this moment.
Ty Thomas once again taking advantage of Corvis, not taking his opponent seriously. Knee after knee into the jaw of Corvis. The Gambler looking for a head of steam now. Avalanche.
Also, I know Corvis.
Ty Thomas slamming on the brakes. Up, down, inside, and out for that neck breaker. 1, 2, and no. Corvis getting that left shoulder up at 2.5.
These are the issues, things that you tend to see when guys know each other so well. Know each other's offensive maneuvers so well. Counter for counter here. These guys know when each other's about to hit them before it even happens.
Speaking of which, Pedigree getting set up by Ty Thomas. Didn't get it the first time.
No, wait. 3rd time's the charm? And it is! Pedigree connects! Ty Thomas rolling over Corvis. 1, 2, 2.5.
I thought that was it.
And Ty had that hook, not only hooking the leg, but had a little extra leverage on it too, with Mat Mechanic able to kick out.
Able to cook, it's fitting.
We can have a cook out. We can do that too. Ty dragging the mat mechanic to his feet. Corvis with a couple of jawbreakers, make it 3. The back elbow, and then the headbutt to complete the King Charles helmet. Zero machine.
And it hits! Zero machine from Corvis. 1, 2, too close to the ropes.
Ty Thomas getting his foot on the bottom rope, breaking up that pinning combination. Ref Jumbo once again having to explain the rules to the men in the ring.
Eric should not be surprised. Ring awareness is one of the paramount things that we tend to teach in the contingent.
And you would think, I mean, a veteran, someone of his stature, someone of longevity. Ty Thomas now with a backdrop, maybe? No! Side slam by the Gambler.
Now going for the pinfall.
It took an extra second or two for Ty to get that cover, and I think that was all that the mat mechanic needed. Corvis able to kick out at 2.5 once again. Ty's not sure what he needs to do now. Corvis just a few minutes ago was in the same predicament. What do you do to put away your opponent when they're making such comebacks?
What he needs to do is stay persistent.
Oh no. Corvis has the brass knuckles.
Stay aware, Ty.
Look out behind you, Ty Thomas. Ty with a block. A couple of right hands of his own. Meanwhile, Ref Jumbo still trying to figure out what's going on behind him in the ring.
Oh, sweeping out the legs and dropping Ty Thomas' head on the top turnbuckle. He's even doing the turnbuckle pad?
Corvis trying to take the pad off of the top turnbuckle, exposing the steel turnbuckle underneath. Oh!
And the shot with the brass knuckles connects. Jumbo didn't see it. 2. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the mat mechanic, Eric Corvis.
Well, it wasn't exactly how we were hoping this match to end up. A couple of warnings from the referee, but in the end, it was the one that Ref Jumbo didn't see that was the one that counted. The grudge match victor, your mat mechanic, Eric Corvis. Folks, just a little bit earlier today, explosive Eddie Thomas winning the #1 contendership to the iChampionship. Let's take a look at who his opponent is going to be. King Tech against V. Daniel for the iChampionship. It is coming your way next.
I was just congratulating him on a good match. Good job, Ty. Just not good enough. That tag match out aggression, you're both screwed. We'll get him next time.
When he said no bull, I should know he had something. I know he's better than that.
This is what a winner looks like!
The title we generally identify as the People's Championship, the belt that represents the UWA Elite Army, the iChampionship. Well, if you were there in person at Dangerous Uprisings, or if you took advantage of the fact that every single UWA Elite Supercard in history is available for free on the UWA Elite Network, powered by YouTube, then you saw iChampion Bulldog Pittman fall to a Mad Queen assisted and Iron Key assisted King Tech, losing the title in the process. Well, following a tough loss by the X-Express, Shannon May inquired of the young V. Daniel exactly what was in store for himself and his tag partner Troy Locke going forward. But before he could even answer, the new iChamp was evidently feeling his oats, riding high on that victory over Pittman, and interrupted the interview. The Red Lion Tech told Daniel that he admires the passion that he brings to his craft, but he's not yet capable of walking with the gods of the squared circle like Tech does. Well, we may never know just what V had planned before that interruption, because Daniel quickly declared open season on Tech, demanding a match, with the title seemingly an afterthought. V said that he's been waiting to get his hands on the very silly man, and this Sunday he gets his wish. MegaFyte 5 at the World Food Festival will bear witness to the harbinger of the Great Awakening, the Red Lion, King Tech, defending his newly won iChampionship, one-on-one, against the X-Express's own V. Daniel.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Locke, fighting out of Bayville, New Jersey, the ferocious Beast, V. Daniel!
Be destroyed.
And his opponent, he is the weapon of the new gods. He is the man that holds the keys to the future. The Red Lion, the great awakening King Tech.
All right, UWA Elite fans, iChampionship is on the line. King Tech, your defending champion, taking on the young V. Daniel, representing the X-Express.
Getting things up with a lock up here. Going to the corner. Ref jumper separating it.
Well, clean break by the Red Lion. I mean, ish. I will also point out that in case the cameras didn't catch it, King Tech, I think that those iron keys underneath the ring on our right, your left as you're watching it.
Oh, you caught that. I didn't see that.
Actually, no, I guess it would be your right. How about that?
Too much food?
Yeah, I'm the guy who can't figure out if my right is my right or if my left when I'm looking in the mirror. That's me.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, V. Daniel has the side headlock applied. King Tech trying to break free, he does. With some help from the ropes, and the shoulder tackle takes down V. Daniel.
V. Daniel obviously going to be looking to turn the work rate up, as they say, getting in a lot of high energy, high impact moves early on in this matchup. King Tech, as he's smart, is going to be looking to slow things down. He's more of the veteran competitor. He has a little bit more strategy planning. He works a little bit more cerebrally, a little more of the psychological offense. V. Daniel is, I mean, he's a rocket ship in a singlet, basically.
Absolutely. They call him the ferocious beast for a reason. I mean, he acts the ferocious when the gold isn't even on the line. Imagine him today knowing the gold is on the line against King Tech.
Well, he has referred to King Tech as a silly, silly man, and I can't exactly say that I argue with that.
I got him now, right?
Yeah, I have to agree.
V. Daniel showing some of that athleticism, getting out of that top wrist lock and putting one on his own, sending King Tech down to the mat.
Yo, come on, dude. Wake up for me now, baby. Come on.
Now Tech somewhat begging for mercy in the early moments of the matchup.
V. Daniel going way up top to the top turnbuckle, walking the ropes.
Now that's impressive.
A little old school, isn't it?
Haha.
With the arm drag, taking King Tech all the way across the ring and out.
Hey, where are you going, coward?
Now Tech just taking his sweet time walking the perimeter of the ring here.
V. Daniel calling him a coward, but I would disagree. Oh, there goes King Tech underneath the ring.
As you mentioned before, there's the staff. Now, this is not a no disqualification match once more. This is straight up just for the gold.
I mean, you do have what you would call the champion's advantage. So
absolutely.
A disqualification loss for King Tech does not, the title would not change hands, but it is still in the loss column. I don't know how the gods of the squared circle would feel about something.
King Tech made me read all that stuff.
I do 100% believe that King Tech made you read all of that stuff. 100%. Yes.
He handed me a whole scroll, and I was like,
was it an actual
is there
scroll?
like a summary?
That wouldn't surprise me either.
I was the one that took like the smart notes in school. You know what I mean? Like,
You got the yellow highlighter.
yeah, exactly.
V. Daniel able to kick out of that pinning combination from Tech. Tech looking for some support from the crowd, but not about to get it.
Made me read so much I forgot to say the iChampion. Got lost in the vocabulary. All this fancy Great Awakening talk.
I'm pretty sure the King Tech was able to remind everyone that he is your current reigning defending iChampion without any prompting from you, Jason. Look at the cartwheel from V. Daniel.
Just slapping him right in the bulb.
Is that a body part? Are we calling? All right.
It is now.
All right, we're just going to go with that. Superplex coming from V. Daniel, maybe. Looks like he's setting it up for it. King Tech able to come down off of the top turnbuckle and setting Daniel up for something of his own.
And the gods of the squared circle speaking in the wind.
Big head of steam by King Tech.
Enjoying Tech's handiwork.
King Tech throwing the leg
That's
over.
the guillotine. V. Daniel's head still in place.
Does a lot of damage to the jaw, to the neck, depending on exactly where that leg lands. Could land across the chest, across the throat. Either way, that is bad news for your opponent. Back elbow by V. Daniel, trying to get back into the offensive side of things here.
Now a big boot. And the clothesline takes Tech down. Not for long, though. Gets back to his feet. Met with another back elbow. And a swinging scoop slam. Looks like the Ferocious Beast is going to go airborne.
Looking for a frog splash. At least he called for it. Let's see if that's what King Tech hasn't. No. King Tech grabbing that top rope, sending V. Daniel down off the top turnbuckle and crashing to the mat below.
That turnbuckle surely does a lot of damage, especially to that region.
It does do a lot of damage. And don't call me Shirley. That old guy.
Oh, I remember.
V. Daniel on the wrong side of things right now. King Tech in full control. There's the chicken wing and the technical knockout. See, I called it right.
There you go. We're learning.
V. Daniel holding his left knee there. King Tech looking to do a little extra damage, take advantage of the injury possibly to V. Daniel.
Really just picking apart at the knee. Slapping V. Daniel in the face. Excuse me.
Yeah, a little extra torque on the knee. We got a calf crusher here too. King Tech just putting the hurt on V. Daniel right now. Look at the look of anguish on the young V. Daniel's face. Reaching out for the ropes, but he's a little bit far away. And look at the veteran move by King Tech, rolling him back into the ring so he's not able to get to the ropes and break up that submission maneuver.
V. Daniel stopped him mid-momentum and kicked him in the face, breaking the hold. And a combo right there. Some punches and a big knee to finish it off.
V. Daniel's feeling it now. Double underhook DDT maybe. King Tech's fighting it off though. There it is. Well, it's not a DDT at all, is it?
Double underhook suplex, more like it.
Sending Tech down hard onto the mat.
Get up, you coward! Your time as king is over!
Daniel saying your time is up. His time is now. Sounds pretty familiar to me.
V. Daniel looking to get that iChampionship belt around his waist, trying to bring some gold back to the X Express. That's one way to do it. The ferocious knee from V. Daniel. Not enough for a 3 count.
Still only 2 for the Ferocious Beast. How will he capitalize, though? Bringing Tech to the center of the ring.
Getting the crowd here at MegaFyte behind him. Another frog splash, perhaps, from V. Daniel.
Oh,
lands on his feet.
Rolled out of the way. Oh, my. Jumbo's having one heck of a day here today.
On the low blow from King Tech. The mule kick.
1, 2, and that'll do it.
A technicality from the Red Lion is all that it took.
The UWA must be destroyed.
Your winner, and still UWA Elite Champion, King Tech!
Well, it took a little bit outside of the rule book for King Tech to put away V. Daniel. But once again, they don't ask you how, they ask you how many. And there he goes, still your UWA Elite Champion, the Red Lion, the harbinger of the Great Awakening, answering to nobody but the gods of the squared circle, King Tech. Folks, we have got one more match coming your way. It is for the UWA Elite Championship. It is going to be your champion, Joey Adams, the Antihero, going up against former tag team partner, Hollywood stuntman Chris Powers. It is coming your way next from UWA.
Celebrate your birthday with the All-Stars of UWA Elite Pro Wrestling with one of our amazing UWA Elite Birthday Bash packages. Join us in South River, New Jersey for the birthday party of a lifetime, featuring early access to shows, exclusive meet and greets, and priority seating to a UWA Elite Supercard. Or you can bring the action to your party. You can bring all the UWA Elite action to your home or private location with our UWA Elite Birthday Bash packages. These events have limited availability, so be sure to make your birthday elite and visit UWAElite.com to book your party today.
YouTube is the new official home of the UWA Elite Network. Don't miss classic matches, full events, exclusive bonus content, and much more right now on the official UWA Elite YouTube channel. Plus, every month you'll get to watch brand new UWA Elite Supercards in their entirety for free. From setting the standard to last breath and everything in between, you can catch all of your favorite UWA Elite All-Stars in one place. The UWA Elite Network, powered by YouTube. All right, UWA Elite fans, it is time for the UWA Elite Championship. This is the big belt. And your champion, the anti-hero Joey Adams, going one-on-one against Hollywood stuntman, his former tag team partner, Chris Powers.
Yeah, these two go back to the severed. A lot of history between both these men here.
And a point of clarification, as we mentioned a little earlier on in the broadcast, this was supposed to be Mike Seaway taking on Joey Adams. We weren't 100% sure why Seaway wasn't here, but we're now getting word that Chris Powers has requested that Seaway give up that title opportunity to him instead. And I guess Seaway, being the good soldier that he is just going to go along with it. I mean, Chris Powers is his best friend.
I was about to say, that's one true best friend right there, to give him a UWA Elite Championship opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit more about that as we make our way into next month. Coming up at Aggression. Don't forget, Saturday, June 14th, we're going to be back at the VFW in South River, New Jersey. Tiger Team presenting Aggression. Speaking of Aggression,
here's Powers jumping over Adams. Adams with the arm drag. And another to follow.
A couple of huge arm drags from the anti-hero. The sit-out bomb by Joey Adams.
Yeah, that'll do a number to the tailbone. Feel that all the way up the spine.
And Chris Powers looking to get out of dodge here, trying to catch his breath. Joey Adams coming out here like a house of fire, and I don't think that's a bad idea from Powers trying to slow things down a little bit, trying to maybe take some of the wind out of the sails of Adams. The two just exchanging right hands outside the ring now, and a rake to the eyes from Powers.
That'll blind Joey Adams momentarily as Powers looks like he's attempting a suplex.
Suplex out on the concrete. Adams able to get him up and over, but no, Chris Powers able to escape out the back door and send Adams toward the ring post. And now Chris Powers is the one making contact.
Back into the ring he goes. Joey Adams building up steam here. Getting the UWA Elite Army here at MegaFyte events behind him.
Elbow to the back of the head. Powers going for the ride.
Ducks the clothesline into a side Russian leg sweep. Chop to the chest just to keep him down for good measure.
The anti-hero choosing not to pin Chris Powers. Going to do a little bit more damage instead, and that's certainly one way to do it with that Samoan drop.
Only two out of it. Powers tries to get back to his feet.
We're waiting so long for this, Chris.
And Adams is relishing every moment of this matchup, saying he's been waiting so long for this.
Don't forget, Chris Powers was in control of Joey Adams' contract, forcing him against his will to join the old guard. So yeah, when I say these two are former tag team partners, not always willingly. Oh, good grief.
Kicked him and sent his head right into the second turnbuckle.
Joey Adams went face first into the turnbuckle. To the thinnest of pads.
Powers only gets two out of that pinfall attempt.
Yeah, those pads that we've got on the turnbuckles there, I mean, they don't do much other than keeping you from just cutting your face open.
Well, we've said it once, we'll say it a million times over. Those things offer little to no protection. Here's heads bouncing off that pad.
Yeah, you're feeling every bit of it.
At least. Meanwhile, Powers back on the attack, keeping the defending UWA Elite champion down.
And that's the way he's got to do it. I mean, you've got to stay on top of Joey Adams. Don't give him room to maneuver. Don't give him room to get that momentum back.
This is where I disagree with his tactics. Taking too much time focusing on the crowd here.
I mean, Powers is also a bit of a psychological competitor. If he can get the crowd away from Joey Adams, as Adams has had some issues with the crowd lately.
Yes.
Going up against Corey Dillinger, going up against Matt Vertigo, these are fan favorites, and Joey Adams has been in a position that he's not used to, where the crowd has not necessarily been 100% on his side. I think Chris Powers is looking to tap into that right now. Maybe a little bit of doubt creeping into the mind of the anti-hero when it comes to the UWA Elite Army.
Hat and drop, but Joey Adams stopped in his tracks. Oh, what a kick to the head.
Practically a sidewalk stomp. A little bit of a nonchalant cover by the Hollywood stuntman. Joey Adams able to kick out at just a little over 2.
Come on, Joey.
Shoving his face back into the canvas.
I mean, that's just taunting. That's not doing any damage. Once again, Chris Powers trying to win the mind game.
Yeah, come on.
Snapmare by Adams, and then a couple of knees into the small of the back. A little momentum for this third one. A little extra oomph behind that third knee.
Powers asking for some assistance from Ref Jumbo, but what can he do? Oh, no.
Taking a page out of King textbook. A lariat to finish it off. A low blow from Chris Powers, sending Joey Adams down 1, 2, and still only 2.
Joey Adams staying in the fight despite the low blow attempts.
I mean, it's certainly a painful thing to have happen to you, but not necessarily something that's going to end the match.
Powers has Adams in position. What's he thinking here?
Looks like a power bomb coming from the stuntman. Adams going right underneath
for a back body drop. Clothesline to Powers. Back elbow to follow. Kick to the midsection.
Off the ropes and sending Chris Powers' face almost through the canvas. 2.5 count as the stuntman once again kicking out.
Just listen to this crowd. They sound like they're 100% behind him in this matchup.
Yeah, they're getting there. They're getting there.
Taking out the leg there. There's Powers now.
Looking for an armbar, turning it into a crossface.
Now it is locked in. Had to reposition that arm.
Chris Powers looking to end this match by submission. Is the champ going to give it up? Chris Powers yelling for the champ to tap.
Oh wait, he reversed it into a pinfall. Still only gets 2. Clever though.
Chris Powers forced to let go of that submission hold. And we know what's coming here, the Texas Cloverleaf, the no-leaf clover from the anti-hero Joey Adams.
And it's locked in and in perfect position.
Chris Powers in the middle of the ring. That's it. Chris Powers has to give it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still UWA Elite Champion, the anti-hero, Joey Adams!
The anti-hero making good on his promise to keep this title going into aggression. He thought he was going to be going against Mike Seaway. He goes up against the Hollywood stuntman Chris Powers, and it makes not one bit of difference. He is still your UWA Elite Champion, the anti-hero, Joey Adams. UWA Elite fans, that is going to do it for us here at UWA Elite Mega Fyte 5. For JC, for President Dave Swan, for all of us here at UWA Elite. Make sure you're checking us out on all the socials. Get your tickets at UWAElite.com. And until Aggression Saturday, June 14th, this is the man of 1,000 spreadsheets, MC Hale, saying we will see you at ringside.